uh, his forces were deserting on all fronts, and so he only tried to hold Selma until they could dump this stuff in the river, which they did the night before some of the Alabama River in 35 feet of water.
And what are some of the interesting things you found here?
This is one of the few things I didn't retrieve. My diving partner retrieved this while I was diving with him. This is called a James shell. It's made to house a cannonball, and a lead shield is wrapped around here. And when that's shoved down the barrel of a rifle gun, the lead shield expands on the explosion of the gunpowder, which gives it a twist through the lands and grooves and makes the firing of this shot much more accurate than an ordinary cannonball. It has the same accuracy then. Throw me this jug here, see it? All right.
Picked him up right off the bat, didn't you?
Probably the most unyielding thing in the world.
Ooh, that was cooling.
Got us all into each other.
So it stays by the temperature. That's the principle. It works on it. Well,
What's it like for you, Dad?
a few
Current, you say it's just as strong on the bottom as on the top of the river.
current is just about as strong on the bottom as it is on top, unlike the Gulf. You know, if you have a tide in the Gulf, you can go down 50 feet, or usually you won't feel a current unless it's a raging tide. In the Gulf, at 100 feet, you don't feel hardly any current at all. But in this river, whatever current is on top, you'll be on the bottom too.
You're fighting that the whole time you're looking?
Well, it's not really all that bad, because you kind of lay your hand over a rock and hold on, and then help pull yourself up, and then you have on these big fins, and you can propel yourself up, but you use less air if you crawl. The main reason for crawling and holding on to rocks is to keep from exerting so much energy that you start hyperventilating and use up all your air.
Do you generally crawl upstream against the current?
Well, I do, so I'll come up above the boat, and when I come up, all I have to do is float back to the boarding ladder. See, well, otherwise, if I went downstream, I'd have a pretty good pull coming back up. Of course, we've got a safety rope out to catch on to, but it's always more pleasant to think that when you come up, you're going to be above the boat, and all you have to do is inflate your vest and float down to where you want to board your boat.
So what is the biggest danger in the river diving for relics?
Well, the biggest danger is panic. 2 seconds of panic, you've had it. And of course, I guess what you mean, what can cause you to panic? Getting tangled in lines and rope is unnerving.
Your own lines and rope.
Well, it could be your own lines, or it could be fishing lines, or it could be somebody's ankle line down there, and it is some wire down there too. Most times diving in the river, I carry a pair of cutting pliers, and I forgot to put my bag on my belt there in that net bag, and I always carry a knife. As I said, I'd rather dive without air than dive without a knife, because you get tangled up, and unless you can cut yourself loose, you've had it. Can't nobody see you down there. Diving partner's no good in the river, because you're alone. Your diving partner couldn't see 3 feet from him on the bottom here. This is my bag here, and this is we pulled this up last week out the river. These are canister shots, sometimes called grape shot.
Now you take this down with you.
I take this down with me. I hook it on, this is a piece of aluminum. That's just a homemade device, makeshift. And I hook it onto my strap right here. You can get a clip, store-bought clip, but...
What do you mean? You hook it on and then you hold it out while you're swimming?
I hook this right on this vest strap right here, and bend it over there, and close it. That's all done by feel, because I can't see that bag. I have to run my hand along here and open it like that, and be sure if I find something I'm on the inside of the bag and not feel it on the outside, I'll put it back in the rubber.
So whatever you find, that's where you put it.
Also, if you know,
bring it up.
I have this pair of cutting pliers because there's some wire in the rubber. You get tangled up, you might cut a loose with this, because you can cut any line loose with this knife, providing you don't drop it while you're sawing it. It's a saw on one side, and I keep it very sharp on the other side. And this is not made to fight sharks with, it's made as a tool to work with. You may be swimming on the bottom in the Gulf and dig up shells.
Are you usually fortunate when you come to the river to usually come up with some sort of relic?
Most times I come up with something, either canister shot or canister plate.